Hello guys, it's your girl Onana and this is Onana Nation. So if you're new here, a very special welcome to you. Please go ahead and subscribe as we dive into today's topic. Alright, so today we're actually going to be talking about the passing, about the death of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's daughter, Israela Bushiri. Oh my god, my heart is really breaking for this guy today because as a parent, it is your wish for your children to outlive you. But when you have to start burying your own children, it really hurts. So this is the story of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's predicament. Prophet Shepherd Bushiri is a Malawian pastor who left Malawi to South Africa. He established a church, the Enlightened Christian Church in South Africa, and within a few years, the church rose to fame. He had all these thousands of people worshiping under his ministry, and he became so rich really quick. And then he was wearing all the designer suits and the designer shoes, living la vida loca, basically traveling in private jets here and there. He had a couple of private jets, exotic cars, and exotic houses, and all that stuff. So within a very short period of time, the South African government started wondering, like, hey, who is this guy? And where is he getting all this money from? So the Directorate of Priority Crime Investigation, the South African hoax, they launched an investigation into the guy, and allegedly they said he was doing money laundering and fraud. So they say he's guilty of scamming people from his church, and that's how he got rich according to them. But the man of God is disputing that no, I'm a business guy. Aside the fact that I'm a pastor, I have gold businesses. I deal in gold, and that's where my money is coming from, not from ministry. I'm not stealing money from my people. So it's been a battle between the South African government and this guy. So many times they've arrested the man of God. I mean, the whole of 2019, the whole of 2020, he kept going to court here and there. A lot of court cases back and forth, and he finally fled from South Africa. He fled South Africa overnight, run from South Africa to his home country of Malawi, where he is right now. So in Malawi, he's still going to court from time to time. The case has not ended. South Africa has so much grip and power over him. They freeze all his bank accounts, all his money, everything is in check in South Africa. So the guy has been going through one of the worst periods of his life, and added to all of this, his own daughter Israela was sick. He has two children, two baby girls, two adorable little girls, and Israela is the bigger one. Israela is sick with a lung infection. So the man of God, because he is literally on lockdown in Malawi, they cannot allow him to travel the way he wants. He cannot leave the country. He's constantly under the eyes of the police officers. He's literally on probation. So his daughter is sick, and he's like, can I take my daughter to the hospital? Can I travel with her to the US? Let them treat her. And their response was no. They said, no, you have an ongoing court case. We cannot let you go. You have a case in court. We need you around so you can continue showing in court, for the continued days of your hearing and all that stuff. So the man of God was faced in a difficult situation. He's between the devil and the blue sea. Like, where do you want me to go? Not only have you guys frozen my accounts, I don't have access to my money. I don't have access to so many things. I cannot even travel. You have my passport. You have everything. Even my own daughter, a poor child, an innocent child. What does she have to do with all this? My baby girl is sick. We should find a way to send her to the hospital so she can get her treatment. So she attempted to take the daughter to the airport. They blocked them at the airport that you cannot travel. There's a ban on your name, sir. You cannot go anywhere. So he took his daughter back home. He stayed with her. The condition was getting worse. So he realized, like, oh my God, these people really don't want me to leave. If I continue insisting to leave, my daughter can die in my hands. So he made a delegation of church members there in Malawi. They took his daughter, and then they traveled with the daughter to neighboring Kenya, where the daughter was getting treatment. So the daughter is in Kenya getting treatment, and the doctor called him the Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, and the doctor told him, like, Bushiri, what were you doing keeping this little girl in the house ever since she was sick? If she had gotten here earlier, I mean, we were going to be able to save her. But because she got here later, as she did, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. Her condition has worsened, and that's how the little girl died. So it's really just breaking my heart today that the people of the world will be wicked enough as to let a little girl suffer something she has no control over. A little innocent child. They made this child to die like this just because of her father. Oh man, it's really heartbreaking. When I think about this case, it really makes me angry. Like, just like an activist for children, this is crazy. How many times did he struggle to get this child to the hospital? They blocked him. How many times did he struggle to make this child travel abroad for treatment? They blocked him. How can you take out your vendetta, your personal anger against somebody on an innocent child, on an innocent soul? So the man of God, now faced with this difficult new reality, he has lost his daughter. He came to Facebook and wrote he made a long video documenting everything, telling us exactly how it happened, how the daughter was blocked, and he believes if they would have let him treat his daughter or take her out, fly her out for treatment, she would still be alive today. And you can't argue that. You just can't argue it. It's because of all these blocks here and there that the daughter passed. So we're going to read the message the man of God wrote announcing his daughter's passing. Or better still, we're going to watch the video the man of God released, telling us about his daughter's condition and how she passed and why he thinks the government has a hand in it. Let's watch this video.
It is of a great sadness that I announce to you the passing on of my daughter Israela. Israela was born during the time when myself and my wife were going through a lot of persecution. It's unfortunate that our child, when she wanted to go and have medical attention in Kenya, she was blocked right at the airport and she couldn't have access to quick medical attention. And it's sad to hear the doctor's report that if she had gone earlier, she wouldn't have died. She became a victim of all the persecutions we have been going through from South Africa.
It's just sad. It's really heartbreaking. This particular part where he says the doctor called him and told him, Bushiri, if you had sent this little girl to me earlier, she wouldn't have died. But the matter was not in Bushiri's hands. His hands were tied. The poor guy did not know what to do. Faced with the government who is saying, no, you cannot travel. This little girl cannot leave. They literally blocked the daughter at the airport. What could he have done? So it really hurts as a parent to know that your child has died, not only of something that was uncontrollable, but something that was within your control because of government blocks. It really hurts. In faced with a situation like this, it's really difficult for you not to make these people your enemy for life. It's really, really painful. And then Bushiri, being a man of great faith, he continues to say, somebody asked him, is he going to trust God after this? Is he still going to serve God? He said, yeah, I would serve God even more after this because I believe there's a good and perfect will of God. God could have still kept her if he wanted her to stay. But the fact that God allowed it to happen, everything happens for a reason. He believes it's the will of God for his daughter's life. I mean, what can the guy do? It has happened. As people of faith, we just have to accept it and keep it moving. I have so much respect for Bushiri just for watching this video. Oh my God, like with all the pain you expect him to be going through from losing his daughter, I mean, the guy is still a man of faith and he's still out here, not a single tear. He's still talking with so much faith and belief and trust in the will of God. This is amazing.
One asked me a question and said, do you still believe in God? And my answer was so simple. I will believe him even more after this. We prayed, we fasted, we declared and sought God to saving her life. However, we believe that if it was God's time and God's will, this was supposed to happen in this way. God would call anyone at any time, at any place, through any means. We believe that she is singing with the saints in heaven and that she's with angels and she's with God, giving God all the glory and all the praise for her life. May God bless you all. Shalom.
Wow. So after listening to this guy talk, I mean, there's a lesson to learn from him today. Indeed, the Bible tells us no matter what we're going through, we should give thanks to God. We should thank him in every situation. But, talk is cheap. It's easy to say these things. But when it strikes you in your heart, when that grief comes, when that pain comes, what do you do as a Christian? So indeed, today we are learning a lesson from this man, the lesson of perseverance, the lesson of faith, the lesson of trusting God through it all. We love you, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, and our heart just goes out to you today. Our prayers, our thought, and our warmth for you and Prophetess Mary. I hope you guys heal from this. Also, you guys should accept that it has happened and give yourself time to grieve. It's okay to cry. All this charade of being strong, sometimes it's okay, in front of the cameras and all that. When you go to your closet, when you retire to your home, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel it. You're a parent, you've lost a child. Grieve over the passing of your daughter. Actually, is necessary for your healing. After the grieving, then comes the healing. So we are with you guys in prayers. We wish you guys the best going forward. even this court case that have been haunting you year after year. We pray finally you can get a solution so you can have peace. This is too much. You're having pain from the side of the law, pain living in your heart, pain in the losing of your daughter. It's just too much for any human being to bear. May the Lord strengthen you and see to it that this case comes to an end, and may God grant peace to Israel's soul. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it is your first time on this channel, please don't go without subscribing, because you are definitely going to love it here. Subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think about the topic in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.